Hello students, welcome to your business studies class. I hope you all are in good health. So as we are discussing chapter number 4 planning, and in the previous lecture we had discussed the types of plans and introduction of types of plans. We had discussed about single use plans and standing plans. In today's lecture we would be discussing about single use plans. Now, before starting with the types of plans in single-use plans, as I have told you earlier also, that there are two types of plans, that is objectives and strategies, that are neither your single-use plans and nor your standing plans. So first we would be discussing about the objectives. Now we know that objectives are the desired future position that the firm wants to reach, and all the managerial functions are directed towards achieving them. And the objectives should be SMART. Now what does this SMART mean? S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for relevant, and T stands for time bound. So we say that our objectives should be SMART. So certain features of objective, that it should be related to a single activity. It should be related to result and not the activity to be performed. That means what results we want to achieve after the completion, or what we want to achieve our goal, what are our goals. Then it should be measurable, should be stated in quantitative terms. That means we can measure, like we have to increase our sales by 10%, or we have to increase our profit by 20%, we have to increase our turnover. So whatever the thing is, that should be basically in quantitative terms. Then it must have a time limit for achievement of objective. That means the time deadlines. It should be challenging but achievable. For example, reduce quality rejects to 2%, increase sale by 10%, cross the 30,000 crore mark turnover. Then to improve the communication system, to hold regular staff meetings and publish a newsletter. Next is strategies. Now strategies provides the broad contours of a firm's business. Now here contours means the broad outlines of an organization's business. A strategy is a comprehensive plan prepared for meeting the challenge posed by the activities of competitors and other environmental forces. It defines firm's directions and scope in the long run. So it includes three dimensions. First is determining the long-term objectives, then adopting a particular course of action, allocation of resources necessary to achieve the objectives. Now the strategies also refer to future decision defining the organization's direction and scope in the long run, as we had already discussed. Then certain features of strategies. Then plans are made in view of the competitors and other environmental factors. That means we have to scan the environmental factors like economic, political, social, legal, that affects the organization. It is formulated by the top management. Then it is a blueprint and provides outlines of business. It is action oriented. It is flexible and dynamic. For example, let's say if an Indian firm anticipates entry of an MNC into the Indian market with the new substitutes, it may decide one of the following strategies to make the entry of the rivals difficult. Like they may improve existing product quality, they may add more product lines, do aggressive advertising to beat the competitions. So this is what your strategy is. That means a broad contours or a broad outlines of an organization business, that what they are planning to do, which is based on their competitors, on the plans made by their competitors and other environmental factors. Now we have discussed that objectives and strategies are neither single-use plans and nor standing plans. Why? Because objectives and strategies are not single-use plans, because they are formulated for a longer duration and usability than the single-use plan. That means single-use plans are used only once. Which then objectives and strategies are not standing plans also, because standing plans can never be altered, or they can be altered or modified in a very different situation, like when it is very important or when it is very necessary to alter or modify the your standing plans, then only you modify them. Otherwise you use them repeatedly. But objectives and strategies can be altered to materialize the standing plans. Therefore, we can say that objectives and strategies are neither your single-use plans nor standing plans. Now let us discuss the types of single-use plans. So as we know that single-use plans applies to activities that do not recur or repeat and is used only once. So we have two types of single-use plans, programs and budget. So now let us just discuss these two types of single-use plans, programs and budgets. Now the first type of single-use plan is program. Now, program is a comprehensive plan designed to implement the policies and accomplish objectives. Let's say program list of annual day function, or launching a new program or new product, or a program list of launching a new product. So it is a comprehensive plan which is designed to implement the policies and accomplish objectives. It is a detailed statement of project that outlines the objectives, policies, procedures, task assignment, resource flows and budgets to implement any course of action. So we can say that it includes entire gamut of activities. That means whatever we have set the objectives, whatever our policies, procedures, tasks, resources, everything is included in the program. So it is a concrete or well-designed scheme designed to accomplish a specific objective. It spells out clearly the steps to be taken, resources to be used and the time taken to complete the task. It also indicates who should do what and how. Now, a primary program is prepared by the top level, and then to support the primary program, supportive programs of different levels are prepared for smooth functioning of the organization. Some features of program are that it is single use but comprehensive or concrete scheme. It is action based and result oriented. It ensures systematic, smooth and efficient working in an organization. It includes entire gamut of activities. The minutest details are worked out within the broad policies framework. For example, launching a new product, training program, advertising program, expansion program, etc. So, program is, we can say, is a comprehensive plan which includes all the other types of plans. Next type of single-use plans is budgets. Now, a budget as a plan is a statement of expected results expressed in numerical terms like rupees, production units or man hours, etc. Now in budgets, the results are always measurable and most of the time these are financial in nature. But it does not mean that company prepares only financial budget. Along with the financial budget, capital budgets are also prepared to find out the expected capital requirements. Then operational budgets are prepared where instead of finance, hourly units are used stating expected hours the employees will be working. Then budgets are prepared by the managers at every level, and usually the lower level managers prepare your operational budgets. For example, let's say we have to set the sales budget. Now we can say that sales in unit, let's say we have to sell 1 lakh units and the price per unit is 20. So our sales budget would be 20 lakhs. Now features of budgets, it presents the objectives of the entire enterprise in financial or quantitative terms. Then it helps in financial control. It provides standards by which actual performance can be measured. It coordinates the activities of various departments of a big enterprise by adjusting the departmental budgets into the master plans. Then since budgets specify measurable goals to be achieved within a specific period of time, usually 1 year, they inject a sense of clarity in directing and performing the activities of the organization. That means you have set the budgets for a complete year, so you know that what budgets you have and what you have to achieve out of this budget. And it is also considered as your controlling device from which deviations can be taken care of. For example, cash budgets determine cash inflows and outflows so that management knows how much cash it should hold at all points of time for various purposes. So today we have discussed basically 4 types of plans: objectives and strategies, which are considered neither your single-use plans nor your standing plans. Then we had discussed 2 types of single-use plans, that is programs and budgets. In next lecture, we would be starting with the standing plans and the types of various standing plans. Thank you so much, children. I hope you understood the topic. If you have any doubt, you can come up with your queries. Thank you, children.